హలో వ్యూవర్స్, అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను అనుష. సో రీసెంట్ గా మనకి ఆహా ప్లాట్ఫామ్ లో రిలీజ్ అయిన భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణ మూవీలో భానుమతిగా మనందరినీ ఎంటర్టైన్ చేసి అందరి ప్రశంసలు, అబ్బా ఈ అమ్మాయి ఎంత బాగా చేసింది, నిజంగా అసలు ఆ క్యారెక్టర్ లో అలా ఇమిడిపోయింది అన్న ఒక కాంప్లిమెంట్స్ ని తెచ్చుకున్న సలోని లూత్రా గారు ఈ రోజు మన గెస్ట్. మరి ఆవిడతో మాట్లాడదాం. హాయ్ హాయ్ సలోని గారు.
హలో హలో,
ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
బాగుంది.
బాగున్నారా? నమస్కారం. ఓకే, సో ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది టాలీవుడ్ ఫస్ట్?
Yes, my first film in Tollywood, and I'm really happy that Bhanumati Ramakrishna has got so well received, and people are liking the movie, and people are liking Bhanumati, and I'm very grateful and thankful to everyone.
ఓకే, సో ఫస్ట్ భానుమతి గారు అనగానే మీకు తెలిసే ఉంటుంది, సీనియర్ యాక్ట్రెస్ తెలుగులో. ఆవిడ మల్టీ టాలెంటెడ్ అన్నమాట. భానుమతి గారు అనగానే మీరు అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ అది చెప్పినప్పుడు లేదా మూవీ షూట్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు కావచ్చు, ఎవరైనా ఆవిడ గురించి తెలుసుకున్నారు, విన్నారా?
Yes, I got to know about Bhanumati much later, the legendary actress. When people used to tell me, oh, Bhanumati was a name of a very a talented, talented actress, and she was a singer, and she was a director, writer, and so many things. So I felt so good that she's. Because it's really nice to see women so diverse, and at that time, so many years back, she was doing all this. So it was really fascinating for me. But Bhanumati Ramakrishna, when you see the movie Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, there's really nothing to do with with her life story. But it's really nice to have have a name like that for me to play in the movie.
చాలా చేంజ్ అనిపిస్తుంది మాకు. అంటే మూవీలో భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణ మూవీలో కనిపించిన భానుమతి గారికి ఇక్కడ మేము చూస్తున్నా మీకు చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ కనిపిస్తుంది.
Bhanumati, for Bhanumati, I'd put on weight like 8 kgs. So when I'd come to Hyderabad, that was the first time I came to Hyderabad for Bhanumati Ramakrishna. That time, my director was like, no, you have to put on weight, you have to, put on cheeks, because you have to show a girl. So we started we very naturally shot the film. We started, if you see the film, I start normally, like my thin self, and then how I kind of put on weight during the film. And for me, I feel it's very important to be realistic in whatever you're portraying. So I was more than happy to kind of do what the director said. And also Hyderabadi food is so good, so I can't complain. I was like this is the best way to put on weight.
So in Hyderabadi food lo em ba nachindi meeku?
Gongura, everything with gongura dal,
gongura
pappu or gongura mutton biryani. Or gongura chicken or ulva charu. Everything. I'm a big fan of mandi. Everything I've eaten.
So everything included with gongura.
Everything included with gongura. It's like on my set, everybody knew she's only going to eat gongura. Anything to do with gongura. So Kodi Kora, Chitti Gari is I've eaten so much from here, and it's so good, the food, especially the gongura biryani, mutton biryani.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's my favorite, and I'm learning how to cook more and more Andhra food, Telangana food, and it's very fascinating.
Try chesara?
Yeah, I've tried making gongura pulu, right, the dal.
Gongura pappu. Okay.
Gongura pappu, I've tried making that, and it turned out really nice. And whenever I go from Hyderabad, I take gongura leaves with me and go to make at home. Because we don't get gongura over there in Bombay.
Okay, so ఇక్కడ నుంచి పార్సల్.
Yes, parcel I take gongura leaves.
ఏవన్ సెట్ మిమ్మల్ని ఏమని పిలిచేవాళ్ళు సెట్ లో? గోంగూర అమ్మాయి అని పిలిచేవాళ్ళు.
Gongura, and then a lot of milkshakes also make me put
Gongura girl.
Gongura girl. They call me Gongura girl. They call me, and then so when I started, on the set, every 2 hours they would bring me milkshakes or ice cream, and for lunch they knew I'm going to have gongura mutton biryani, and then they would make me double ka meetha. So I was like, they're so nice, why are they feeding me so much? And then Naveen Garu, my order, he's like, their plans are very big to make you very big. And then when I became so big, they were like, no, now you can stop. I said, now I cannot stop, because now I've got so habituated to eat all this yummy food. I'm not stopping now.
సో అలా 8 kgs పుట్ ఆన్. అంటే అసలు 8 kgs పుట్ ఆన్ అయితేనే దాంట్లో కూడా అంత స్లిమ్ గానే ఉన్నారు, మరి అంత చెప్పిగా కూడా కనిపించలేదు.
See, I have tendency to put on weight. It's not like if I eat then I can really put on weight, but I'm not a very big eater, so I've generally been okay. But milkshakes, and I have a very big sweet tooth, so this double ka meetha and the thick shakes and milkshakes and ice creams here. Yeah, I really enjoyed, and I really put on weight. It took me time to kind of lose that weight.
సో భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణ మూవీలో ఆఫర్ ఎలా వచ్చింది ఫస్ట్?
So Shrikant, the director of the film, he had seen my film Sarabam, which is a Tamil film, which became a cult film over there in Tamil, which was also with Naveen. I debuted with Sarabam in Tamil, and he was in touch with me over the years, with scripts, and he had come to Bombay in 2015 to narrate another script to me, and then over years we were in touch with projects, and then when I was shooting for a film called Turned Out in New York, and that's when he called me and he said, I have a very interesting interesting subject, and I would really like you to play it. So then we did a narration on the phone, and I was very fascinated by the that it was it was from a female's point of view. Secondly, it was about a very sensitive topic about a girl who's in her 30s and is she's going through that anxiousness and anxiety and insecurity, and that feeling which not a lot of people talk about, and a male director more so. I was like, how does he know so much about women and what what they're going through? So that kind of propelled me to do this film. And also honestly, I was doing a lot of serious cinema when Turned Out, and before that I did a film called Forbidden, which is again in New York. It's an American film. That is also about honor killing, about an Indian girl, an honor killing, who's born and raised there.
Okay.
So that case is still live. So all these really heavy films, and I was just talking to my friend, that I really want to do a light-hearted film, maybe like a romantic film with a good message. And it's so like sometimes you say, you just wish to the universe and it comes, and it was exactly like that. In 10 days he called me, and I was like thinking of like, how is this? It was like I feel sometimes things just fit in the dots, and that's how Bhanumati Ramakrishna happened. And I flew in straight from here, from New York, so I was also very homesick, like India sick. I wanted to eat Indian food. I thought, I'll finish this and go back home. My hometown is Shimla. And I really, when I came, I was so warmly received by the whole team of Bhanumati Ramakrishna, and now they're like more like friends and family to me. And I felt really comfortable, and people in Hyderabad are so warm and nice. So that, really thank you to all of you to kind of welcome me and appreciate the film. And I really like Hyderabad, and I hope to stay here more and more and do more films.
Tollywood is very sweet, kada?
Yes, very sweet and very nice, and more so I really enjoyed Hyderabad, and I really enjoyed traveling. See, I've around Vijayawada, Tenali, Rajahmundry, Vizag. I've kind of traveled a lot in this region while shooting. Yes.
ఫస్ట్ టైం ఈ భానుమతి క్యారెక్టర్ మీకు శ్రీకాంత్ గారు నెరేట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమన్నా పాయింట్స్ మీరు కనెక్ట్ అయ్యారా?
Yes, lot of points, because he what is very nice and interesting about Shrikant, because he and me have very similar thought patterns in terms of craft, in terms of portraying a character. I also kind of go into it. That's the work that I do. I'm very choosy about the work that I do. I always, it's my intention to take empowering subjects. I feel that as an actor, if you can empower or motivate or kind of inspire people through your work, there's no bigger gift than that. Even if you can touch 10 people's lives or 100 people's lives. And his take was also that. And also what really helped was that he and me spoke a lot at length. When I came here, I came and we immediately started shooting, so we were constantly talking about how Bhanumati, and what made it really relatable for me, that my life and my character traits are very similar to Bhanumati, very very similar. So it was very I could relate to every step. I could relate to the upbringing, because Bhanumati is brought is very close to her father, and how her choices in life are a lot to do with how he's brought her up. So it's very similar to my father, and I could kind of relate that. It's I think for children, when parents motivate them and encourage them in the right way, they take that responsibility to do responsible work. Like that kind of. So my choices of films has also been like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bhanumati is an extension of me. So everybody in Hyderabad calls me Bhanu only, and I'm very happy because I love the name Bhanumati. and I'm happy to play such a powerful role.
ఓకే. అది టైటిల్ ఫస్ట్ భానుమతి రామకృష్ణగా ఉండింది కదా, తర్వాత భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణగా ఎందుకు మారింది?
Yes, because it was, Bhanumati Ramakrishna. I'm sure all the people who've seen the movie or will see the movie, they'll know there's no um, resemblance or there's no life story of the legendary Bhanumati. But her family kind of thought that maybe we're taking her name and using it. So then to make everything like kind of in a good, light-hearted and a nice gesture, so we added an and so that they're also happy, and that's why we had to change the title from Bhanumati.
సో ఎవరు భానుమతి గారి అబ్బాయి అబ్జెక్షన్ చెప్పారు?
Yeah, they had an objection that we can't call it Bhanumati Ramakrishna, and then we explained it to them that it's completely a different film. It's about two people who are called Bhanumati and Ramakrishna. They just happen to be two people, because Ramakrishna, there's so many Ramakrishnas around us. So, and then they understood that, and then they requested that if we can put an and that was done, and it's still the same.
సో అసలు ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ అంటే మూవీలో మీ క్యారెక్టర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో 30 years వరకు కూడా స్టేయింగ్ సింగిల్, అప్పుడు ఆ మొండితనం, ఆ గరుస్తనం, ఇంకా ఏదేమైనా సరే ఎవరి మాట వినకుండా, ఎవరికి లొంగకుండా దట్ నేచర్ క్యారెక్టర్. ఇదంతా మీకు ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది అంటే బయట వాళ్ళు రిలేట్ చేసుకుంటే జనరల్లీ 30+ ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా అమ్మాయిలకి అంటే పర్టికులర్లీ ఈ ఏజ్లోనే మ్యారేజ్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఈ ఏజ్ కల్లా పిల్లల్ని కనాలి, ఇలాంటివి ఉంటాయి కదా మన సొసైటీలో. ఇలాంటి వాటి మీద మీ ఒపీనియన్ ఏంటి?
Yeah, it's very true because strangely nobody talks about it. With girls, especially at that time when they're 30 or crossing 30 or about to get 30, it's I think the most pressurizing time in a girl's life if she she's not married. Because in Indian society, so it will be like if your parents are not saying, it will be your your relatives or even your neighbors will be like, oh, you're not married, like what is wrong with you? So they make you feel like something is wrong with you. That's why you're not getting married. But it's not about that, I think with this film I really hope that people also become a little more sensitive to that and a little more compassionate about that, because girls go through a lot of emotion. They feel very insecure, they feel very doubtful about themselves, but that should not be the idea. I feel with this film hopefully people kind of understand that, and I think women are best when they're non-judged, when they're not judged, and when we let them shine, they will do so much more. They will be such better versions of themselves because they will choose their right partner. Because as we all know, choosing a right life partner is so important. It's better to take a little more time and be sure, and also with a lot of more women working now and the independence that comes with it, it has to be a fine balance somewhere. So, and also see, Bhanumati Ramakrishna, it's such a beautiful take on in life it doesn't have to be my husband has to be as educated or more educated than me, or he has to draw salary more than me. These are the norms that we have been brought up as children, society has put. But if a simple person can make you what do we all want? We all want happiness in life, right? So if a simple person can make you happy, or if his way of living is something that touches your heart, so then I think those are the things that will stay longer than materialistic things. Yes.
మూవీలో కూడా ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణ మూవీలో కూడా, హ్యాపీనెస్ అంటే అందరికీ ఒకేలా ఉండదు, ఒక్కొక్కరికి.
Yeah, so it's one of my favorite dialogues because it's so powerful. Happiness ante andarthi okte kaadu okkarki okoti. It's exactly like that. I have also I think for me also personally that I took a lot from this film, in the journey, in the process, and about how small things in life can make you so happy. And we have to kind of, it's really in this days of Corona, we are sitting and talking in these COVID times, we've realized life is so short. Life is so small and so short, and we actually don't know what's tomorrow. And these little happinesses, they count a long way. So my grandfather always used to tell me, he used to tell me that, when you're going to be old, when you'll be 60, 70, that time only you'll remember moments of things that touched you, things that made you happy. At that time, when he told me when I was 17, that time I didn't understand. I was like, what are these moments he's talking about? But now with time, you realize that these moments, because your heart knows when it feels happy, you cannot manipulate that feeling. So I think those are like kind of, I want to live that like that, where I have a book of memories of moments where I feel that, oh, you know, these are the things that I could create value for people, or I could also learn in the process. Yeah.
సలోని గారికి హ్యాపీనెస్ అంటే ఏంటి, డెఫినేషన్ ఏంటి సలోని గారికి?
You know, now my definition has really changed over time. It's become more about small things. It's about like, I am a big nature person. I love the rain. So I don't need company. I will go to a coffee shop. I will read a book. I will just watch the sky, watch it, because I really get fascinated by nature. And everybody who knows me knows that I have a big thing for nature. Like even on the sets, we used to have a vanity van and everything. And I used to take my you know, tea or whatever, and I would sit with my script, and they were like, why are you sitting in the sun? I was like, this is so beautiful, you know. They're like, no actor sits in the sun, you'll become tan. I was like, yeah, it's okay, we'll deal with it, but this time is not going to come back. So I'm a big believer in sunrises and sunsets. I feel that the day I start my day with a good sunrise, I get kind of energy from the sun with Surya Namaskar and everything. So I like to start my day with that, and I enjoy small things in life now. I mean, of course there are bigger things but these small things will lead you to bigger things, you know. We have to enjoy these moments.
ఈ కరోనా ఎఫెక్ట్, ఈ లాక్డౌన్ ఎఫెక్ట్, ఇవన్నీ కూడా సలోని గారి లైఫ్ లో ఎలాంటి ఒక చేంజెస్ ని తీసుకొచ్చాయి, అండ్ లైఫ్ ని చూసే విధానం కూడా పర్స్పెక్టివ్,
Has changed.
పర్స్పెక్టివ్
Yes.
ఎలా చేంజ్ అయ్యింది?
It has changed a lot, you know, because I was really for last 3 years I was working constantly. I was shuttling between New York and Bombay for work, and Chennai a bit, because I was shooting a film there also. So I was shuttling, and I didn't get that much time with my family, or also I didn't get that much time to sit and, you know, kind of, okay, now what's happening? I think lockdown was very good. I really enjoyed lockdown because it gave me time. It gave me, you know, there was no rush. Arey, abhi, you know, 9 baj rahe hain, 10 baj rahe hain, mere paas sirf 10 minute hai. I could feel that like now a lot of times I could enjoy, even if I was reading a book, which I try to read, and or if I'm watching a movie, or even if I'm just sitting with my family. Those are memories I'll really cherish, and I feel lockdown has really changed everybody's perspective. Not only me, maybe you or anybody here, you know, because we've all learned to value that something. Maybe if it is hot food, or maybe somebody is coming to clean our house, or maybe it is the freedom to go out to a coffee shop. We've all learned to value that, and I think that has really helped me. And I think Bhanumati Ramakrishna could have not come at a better time, you know, for when people are also wanting to see something which kind of leaves them with a positive, a little more encouraged, and a little more hopeful. So I really feel that was a great time, and even you know, it's changed my perspective to life. You know, earlier I've never been a planner. I've always kind of surrendered. I was telling you before this, I always kind of pray to God, and I try to surrender to Him. But now it has become more. My perspective has kind of changed. Like now I try to live every day, you know, like okay, now today I have to do this, or tomorrow I don't plan कि अभी 1 महीने बाद मुझे ये करना है, या 10 दिन बाद मुझे ये करना है. Though I never was a big planner, but I think life is more beautiful like that, and I've started enjoying that, and I started you know, sitting in balconies, and I started observing trees and plants, and you know, all of those things.
Much more connected to the nature, no?
Yes, I always was, and now I kind of got it like draws me more. And also coming to Hyderabad after a lockdown of 3 months, it was a really interesting change. And for the first 2-3 days, you know, when my team came to pick me up, they were all fine, because you know, Hyderabad is pretty you know, movement was there, it was open. So for 2-3 days I was just amazed. I was like, you know, I'm seeing people after like 3 months. I'm seeing faces of people like after 3 months. Everybody, whenever somebody used to talk, I used to be like, they're like, we're not talking anything interesting, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like just, you know, seeing the people. And I think I started valuing things, and I've never been a technology person, and all the more in lockdown I feel I don't see my phone. Now with Bhanumati Ramakrishna I have to be on the phone most of the time, you know, because of the great responses that are coming, and I try as much as possible to kind of reply and respond, but at the same time I also would really like to say that, you know, there's a lot of beauty in being away from technology. You know, it kind of gives you the time to spend time and observe things and like kind of talk to yourself also. Yeah. So I'm not a very big technology person anymore. Yeah.
సో ఎంతవరకు యాక్టివ్ గా ఉంటారు
Now I'm very
మీడియాలో?
now I'm very active because so all the people, my friends are like, listen, you don't post anything for months, like do 3 mahine tak, and then it's like you're bombarding. I said, yeah, because it's a part of my job. But it's also very beautiful, you know. It's so like nice for people to like kind of. There's so many people who've reached out to me from Rajmundry or Vijayawada or Tenali and said, you know, ma'am, we've really liked your portrayal of Bhanumati and it's touched us. And I made my sister watch it and my grandmother watch it, and that's just so beautiful. It's so like touching that, you know, they're watching it with their families and I've got so many emails and messages from grandmothers.
Oh.
You know, they said that I told my there were 2 very touching messages. I spoke to a very senior lady and she's like, you know, I made my granddaughter who's 15 watch Bhanumati and Ramakrishna and say that you should be somebody like Bhanumati. That itself was such a big, like I have goosebumps talking about it now. That itself is like such a biggest compliment from somebody who's that senior. You know, they only have love to give at that age, and I think that was very rewarding. And I think you know, like with Bhanumati Ramakrishna, it's more about. I had a selfish motive for taking Bhanumati Ramakrishna because I like to take films which are more, I don't know how do you say it, but like, you know, which give some direction, you know, kind of leave some, leave some impression on people and help to make them see a different perspective to life. And with Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, I was really. When he narrated the script to me, honestly, I was like, you know, if I'm able to do justice to this role, it will speak to so many people. Like my own friends who are going through this, or even I've also been going through this, you know, where, you know, my grandfather or my grandparents are like, you know, so worried, you know, they're like, you know, you have to settle down soon so we can see your wedding, and you know, so many of these things. So I really feel that, though of course, you know, marriage is a beautiful thing, but when both of them are so happy from inside, it should not be age defined. You know, somebody like for boys, if they get married at 35, 36, they are cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are cool. So girls also, I think that it should be when they feel it from inside. You know, it should be more. If it is 20, that's fine. It should, but they should feel it from without the pressure of outside, and also like not to make a girl feel so helpless. You know, I mean that's really sad. You know, like you have to tell her that just, you know, like I want to tell all the girls, you're like amazing. You know, you're so, you know, we are doing so much, and girls have, you know, they contribute so much. You know, to their, if they have a brother at home or parents and everything, we are doing so. Like, you know, men in their lives, let's like encourage them and support them and tell them to let them flourish so they can be the best versions of themselves. And if women are happy, they'll make all of you very happy.
So this comes a beautiful message for girls from Saloni garu.
Yeah, Bhanumati.
Bhanumati, okay.
Yeah.
So ఏది మీకు ప్రిఫరెన్స్ భానుమతి
I really love the name Bhanumati, and I really love, you know, because she's very close to me. Bhanumati is very close to me. So things which I could have not said, it's come out in a film format.
Okay.
You know, because my personal life is very similar to her with my choices of work, choices of film. I've done a lot of content-driven cinema, a lot of you know, socially relevant films. Like I was a part of this film called Oleum Oleum, which was on eye donation. That one small film impacted so many people. It impacted so many people to understand the value of eyes. You know, it has a very beautiful line which says that. You know, when people who have eyes are more unfortunate, and you'll wonder why, because you know, when people with eyes, they are so caught up in, like if I have to see a guy, I'll be like, oh, is he tall, is he good looking, does, you know, does he have this, does he have that? But somebody who's blind will only connect through soul. There's nothing external, there's no external beauty, it's only soul connection. And that is also something which kind of resonated with me with Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, because Bhanumati and Ramakrishna also have a soul connection. It's not external, you know. And a lot of people have asked me, they're like, okay, now that they've come together, what will Bhanumati do in 3 years? How will she introduce Ramakrishna to her friends and everybody? I said, yeah, for that you have to wait and watch what probably will happen. But Yes, it's fascinating. Yeah. Yeah.
సో నవీన్ చంద్ర గారి గురించి మాట్లాడాలి అంటే ఇక్కడ తెలుగులో భానుమతి అండ్ రామకృష్ణ మూవీతో మీరు డెబ్యూ చేశారు నవీన్ చంద్ర గారి పక్కన, అండ్ తమిళ్లో కూడా మీరు నవీన్ చంద్ర గారి పక్కనే డెబ్యూ చేశారు. ఏంటి కోఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఏంటి?
Coincidence, yes, of course. The first film, Sarabam, was, of course, I didn't know Naveen that time. He was an actor, and that was my first film because I started with theatre and I was very active in theatre. And then they wanted a performance-oriented girl to play in Sarabam. When I came, I had no idea. I didn't know. My DOP kept telling me, take light, take light. I used to wonder, like, what is he saying, take light? What does that mean? Because as an stage artist, I'm used to like moving around freely. I'm not like in camera they tell you, this is your frame and everything. So Naveen taught me that. He taught me how to take light. He told me never let an actor cut your light. He really helped me in the film. More than that, he helped me as a friend. I was not on social media. I was very shy as a person, and he kind of helped me with all of that. And he always used to tell me, you have to come to Telugu. You look exactly like a Telugu girl, and you are going to like really, people are going to love you in Tollywood and everything. So it took me so many years because I'm also. I don't know, I'm like kind of shy and scared, and it takes me very long to kind of do an okay to a project because I'll think about it. So it could have not been a better timing for like a lot of years. In these 2-3 years after Sarabam, I got a lot of offers from Tollywood, but I was not so sure because I didn't know the people. It was a very unknown territory for me. And with Bhanumati Ramakrishna, when Shrikant, because he was in touch with me, and more than all this, the subject resonated with me. So that's why if you see my choice of work, I go anywhere. If it can be Tamil Nadu to New York to Europe to Bombay to anywhere, because the subject kind of draws me. So I couldn't have been more lucky and more happy and more fortunate to do this film with Naveen, because of course he's great as Ramakrishna, as you can see, and he and me share a very, we share a very good friendship, which kind of makes it very. We don't have to prepare. Like, we will talk, about our characters. But when we are on screen, it's just, I think we are feeding off each other as actors, and that kind of really helps. And of course, Naveen is an amazing person. If you get to know him, he's a really nice person. So that also made me very comfortable on the sets. And then, of course, when I met this beautiful team, so one should know that how Bhanumati Ramakrishna was actually made. It was a very small film with a very small crew, but each and every member of that crew is, what do I say? They were so amazing at what they did. Like, my producer Yash, that was the first day I met him on set. My director, he introduced me, and immediately we became such good friends. And so was Shrikant, and and my DOP Sai, he's done such a brilliant job. It was only 5-6 of us, and Raghu was our EP. It was just 5-6 of us traveling with the film, and how they took care of me and protected me and taught me Telugu and introduced me to the food and made me so comfortable. Now I really feel Hyderabad is my home. Okay. And I really feel that when films are made with positivity and with happiness and a good intention, it shows on screen. So I feel that was the beauty of Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, and we are also very grateful for the great response that is coming. And we always keep saying, that scene we did on the ORR highway, and we had just put one camera. A lot of guerrilla shots are there, in the film. So they were very natural. Like most of the film, I'm not even wearing makeup. If you see, it's like very raw. It's like it's very raw. It's nothing. Clothes are also very relatable.
సలోని గారు ప్రతి ఒక్కరి లైఫ్ లో, అంటే మేబీ యాక్టర్స్ అనే కాకుండా ప్రతి ఒక్కరి లైఫ్ లో బ్యాడ్ ఫేజ్ గుడ్ ఫేజ్ అనేవి రెండు ఉంటాయి. అండ్ ఈ ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఇంకొంచెం ఎక్కువగా ఈ మూవీ ఆఫర్స్ పరంగా కావచ్చు, అనుకున్నది పర్టికులర్ టైంలో అచీవ్ అవ్వకపోవడం, ఇలాంటి స్ట్రెస్ అండ్ ప్రెషర్స్ తోటి ఎక్కువగా ఇంకా ఫీల్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు, బ్యాడ్ థింగ్స్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. అలా మీ లైఫ్ లో మీరు ఫేస్ చేసిన బ్యాడ్ ఫేజ్ ఏంటి, బ్యాడ్ ఫేజ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ లైఫ్, అండ్ హౌ డిడ్ యూ ఓవర్కమ్?
Yes, see, as an artist, yes, because I come from a family which is, nobody is there in the field of arts, if we can call it that. My father's an engineer, my brother's an engineer, my grandfather's a lawyer, my great-grandfather was a lawyer. So there was a lot of pressure on studies, and I myself am My father made sure I'm, like properly educated, highly educated. So there was a lot of pressure from family also. There was the choice that I made was not taken very well, because they were like, you're going into a field of cinema which it's not non-filmy families are very scared of that. The business families are very scared of that, and I couldn't understand at that time, because I also did not know. I was just wanted to be an artist, and I wanted to kind of put my art out there, and I put my like I went through the study. Like I when I was in college, I got a lot of offers for films, but I didn't take it up that time, because I was like, I don't know anything about acting, and I don't want to make a fool of myself just because people used to say that you're pretty and you look like an actress. I mean, it's a serious job. So after my education was finished, I kind of told my family, which was not taken very well, and then I went to do theatre. I learned, and I just promised my dad one thing, that I know you're scared, I'll also be more careful, and I'll also try to do responsible cinema. That also makes me a little more shy, and I'm not very I'm very approachable as a person, but I'm very shy to take on projects, because I want that it should be a value creating work for me. So yes, I've had my share of ups and downs, and I would like to talk about it, because so I'm able to kind of reach out to people who are going through that. I mean, of course we all go through, like if somebody's working in an office also, they'll go through ups and downs, but in our field it is more. Why is it more? Because it is about that one person. We are judged, like if somebody says, for instance, I've not got a role, instantly I'll start doubting myself. Maybe I was not good enough. Maybe I could have done it better. Maybe he didn't like it. Or there's so many things to it, which makes us self-doubt and makes us feel low, and it kind of breaks your confidence. In short, but. I have a very different approach to my path. Like I've always wanted to have my own path as an actor. I didn't know where it will take me. When I started out, I really did not know, will I be successful or will I make a fool of myself? And more than that, I felt that I'm going to make a fool of myself and not my family. Outside people will still talk. My family will be like, see, we told you not to do this. My family used to tell me, what do you think, you're an actress? What is wrong with you? So, those pressures are definitely there. But yes, I know there's a lot of talk about nepotism, and I know that's what you want to talk about. There's a lot of talk about nepotism, and it's a lot
Did you ever feel that nepotism?
Yes, I will not lie. Definitely there is nepotism, but in which field there is no nepotism? If I was an air hostess, I would feel, in a corporate job there is nepotism. There is a nepotism in any field. If it's an ad agency or if you're a doctor, like there's nepotism everywhere. But yes, here it is talked more. Here, because it is more evident, and there is more favoritism also that happens here, and it is a lot to do with camping, and it is a lot to do with who knows who. So I had this choice in my life, and I was also going through not so good phase, let's put it like that, and I was also weak, and I was questioning myself that am I even meant to do this? Am I fooling myself? Is this just in my head that I want to express myself as an actor, and is it maybe people don't want to, maybe I'm not going to be good at what I do. There's so many questions, but that is the time I kind of course I have to thank, I'm a big believer in God, and I really have to thank Him and my well-wishers and my family, who kind of guided me, but more about my faith in God, that kind of. So I had two choices, I could either at that time cry about, that this film was denied to me because there was a star kid that was bought onto that film, or I don't know these people, so I could not approach them, or maybe I could not put influence or whatever. But I then realized, I said, what can I do? What responsibility can I take? I took it on myself. I said, I will make myself so good. What is in my hand? To only polish my craft, only to work hard as an actor. So I would do theatre. I would spend long hours in bettering myself as an actor, even if it was a audition or whatever. I would give it 100%. And of course, you get really sad also when when you put in so much hard work and it doesn't take you anywhere. But I kept doing it. I think that was what saved me, honestly. I kept working on my craft. I didn't let time go. I kept working on my craft, and I feel nobody can you know, if you're good, it will take you time. Definitely, it's not going to be instant, because when you don't have somebody to launch you, it's going to take time. But people will find you.
అండ్ అలానే ఈ సుశాంత్ సింగ్ రాజ్పూత్ గారి సూసైడ్ న్యూస్ విన్న తర్వాత, ఈ నెపోటిజం వీటన్నిటి గురించి విన్న తర్వాత మీ మైండ్లోకి వచ్చిన థింగ్స్ ఏంటి?
Yeah, I felt really sad, because sad, and you know, mind is such a fragile thing, you know, like you know, of course, when somebody sees or hears about Sushant Singh Rajput, he was doing big films, so somebody would be like, wow, how can this happen to him? You know, he had everything, he had money, he had fame, and what is your heart seeking at that time, or what is that loneliness inside? Only he can answer that, you know, only he would know. And it's really sad, because it's, I hope with that episode that's happened, things change, people become a little more sensitive to that. And at the same time, I'm saying to people, let's not cry about nepotism, let's take it on ourselves. You know, why are we crying about it? Let's not complain about it. Let's try to make ourselves much better in what we do, because out of those five people, you know, you'll be denied once, twice, thrice. How many times will they deny you the opportunity? If you're good, somebody is going to notice you. That is I can tell you I can say from my own life experience. I can promise you that if you keep working, hard work doesn't go to waste. That is one thing. Your process will never go to waste. Your investment in your craft will never go to waste. You will be ready for that opportunity when it comes to you. And that is what I want to kind of tell aspiring actors or who are going through this phase, because I've lived it. I'm not reading it from a book. I'm telling you from my own life journey, and I cannot be more happy of the choices of films that I've done, because when I look back, maybe they're small, maybe they're you know, very content driven cinema, and they got a lot of recognition internationally, but because of the purity of the subject and because of the intention behind the craft, so you will get noticed. Otherwise, see, how did I land Bhanumati and Ramakrishna? You know, so it all happens. It takes time, but it all happens, and it happens in the most beautiful way, you know, and God kind of gives you more when you kind of wait it out patiently. Yeah.
Saloni gari celebrity crush evaru?
Celebrity crush, oh, so interesting. I mean, for me, most of, because I'm quite kind of new here, so most of them are very interesting, and I can see that, like when I saw Arjun Reddy, I'm sure like everybody talks about Vijay Deverakonda. It's nothing new that I am saying, but I think what made people really like him was his performance, and because he was so realistic in what he did, so I like him for that. And then of course, I really like how Allu Arjun dances, and how he has this you know, he's such a multi-talented, he's so enjoyable to watch. So I think most of the people in this field, like, you know, I whatever work I won't say they're my crushes, but I would love to work with them, and I would like to learn, and I would like to kind of, I'm fascinated by how they do all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ishtamayna hero Tollywood lo favorite hero?
All these people that I mentioned to you, and yeah, I've seen their work, and I'm definitely have to see so much more. And yeah, so Mahesh Babu, I hear a lot about Mahesh Babu, and I've seen his work, and he's really fascinating as an actor, and so is Allu Arjun. I really like his I don't know, there's something very captivating about him on screen. And yeah, so I hope to kind of enjoy more of the cinema here, and kind of have more of the list to give you next time.
And alane heroines lo evaru ishtam Tollywood nunchi?
I really like Samantha. I like her portrayals of character. I like that she's very serious about what she does, and I really like her choice of her approach to life. You know, I like that. I like there's something very pleasing about her personality. I like that about her. Yeah.
And the Bhanumati and Ramakrishna movie AHA platform lo release ayindi kabatti eppudaina meeku edana Allu Arjun garni kalse chance kavachchu leda Allu Arvind garni meet ayye chance valla దగ్గర నుంచి ఏమన్నా కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఇలాంటివి ఏమన్నా రావడం జరిగిందా?
Not yet. I haven't met them yet, but probably, hopefully, we will meet soon with, you know, the response the film is getting. But you know, I think with Allu Arvind sir, more than you know, his biggest appreciation was to take a film like ours, you know, like a small film with a you know, a very unusual message. You know, you don't see these messages, and to kind of have that faith in a young, in a new team like us was his biggest biggest compliment to us. What else can I say? I think it's the biggest compliment, and it's because of him the film has reached, where it's reached also. Yeah.
అండ్ వైవా హర్ష గారితో యాక్ట్ చేయడం ఎలా అనిపించింది? ఏమైనా మెమరీస్ ఉన్నాయా?
Oh yeah, Vaiva Harsha and me are like thick friends, and if Vaiva Harsha was to come here, I would not be sitting here. I would be running with him everywhere, because we are like those, like when Vaiva Harsha is, and we are together, we're not like this. People say you're so calm and poised, but when he comes, so he and me have a beautiful friendship, and I loved doing my scenes with him in the film, because we instantly connected, and he's just such an enduring and a sweet, lovable boy. He's just so sweet. He's such not a lot of people know, but he's a very sweet and an emotional person, Vaiva Harsha, and he's fun, and he's just amazing. Yeah.
సలోని గారి ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి? సింగిల్ గా ఉండడమా ఆర్ టు బి విత్ సమ్వన్ ఎల్స్?
Actually being single is also very great, because it has its own lot of great advantages. And like a lot of people on my Instagram now, because I used to be very, so a lot of people are messaging me on Instagram. They're like, you're so good. What does this status of yours means? I've written on my Instagram profile, the pleasure of dating yourself. So all these boys are like, what do you mean by that? I was like, because so I don't need to depend on a guy to go on a date. I can go on a date on my own and enjoy my own company. But yes, I will at the same time not say that it's really beautiful to have a particular person. It's very beautiful to be able to share your life, or not your life, or your feelings, or your emotions. I think we are all those kind of people. So when you find that right person, you should value that, value that relationship, and protect it also.
Like Bhanumati.
Yes, like Bhanumati. Yes.
సో డేటింగ్ కల్చర్ మీద మీ ఒపీనియన్ ఏంటి? అండ్ మీరు ఫేస్ చేసిన ఏదైనా బెస్ట్ డేట్ ఆర్ వర్స్ట్ డేట్ ఏదైనా ఉందా?
Yeah, I think dating is a lot of fun, right? Like dating is a lot about, when you're dating, it's your also different personality comes out. Like you'll also be like, oh, I'm enjoying dressing up, or I'm getting excited to just go and have an ice cream, or I'm getting excited to just go for lunch with. Otherwise, that same restaurant would be so boring. But now suddenly that restaurant has become so exciting. So I think dating, guys who are dating, enjoy this phase of dating and enjoy it, and kind of have fun with it. Do unusual things, do more fun things, and it's beautiful to date people. It's beautiful to kind of get complimented and compliment people. So I think it's a lot of live and learn, and I think so it's nice.
ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఒక పార్టీకి వెళ్ళాలి, అందులో ఒక స్పెషల్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్ మీరు అవ్వాలి అంటే మిమ్మల్ని మీరు ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకుంటారు? హౌ డు యూ ప్రిపేర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ టు బికమ్ ఎ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్ ఇన్ యువర్ పార్టీ?
Oh, I don't prepare myself at all. I just go, and I mean, I think it's you should never want to be the center of attention at a party. It should just I think it's a natural thing, if you're there, and if people like your energy and want to it just happens organically. So but like if I'm comfortable with the people around, then I'll be like, I'll be my best crazy happy version, which people have not seen. Of course, with Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, everybody sees me very strict and very serious, which I am when it comes to my work. But when I'm not in working hours, I'm a very different person. So I think and it's also fun to be the center of attention at a party, or because you have so many people, you can make so many people laugh. I think the idea of being a center of attention at a party should that you should be able to make people laugh. When they go back home, they should feel good to have met you. So I think I like to I like to spread that. I like to make people feel good about themselves, and at the same time I love people. I like meeting people, and I like interacting with people. Yeah.
తెలుగులో ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో మీరు చూసిన మంచి మూవీ ఏది? మీకు బాగా నచ్చిన మూవీ?
I have not seen honestly that many films yet, but I really I'm again coming to Arjun Reddy. I really liked Arjun Reddy because like Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, there was a lot of time given to character establishment. And that stood out for me in Arjun Reddy also. There was a lot of time given, like for Vijay Deverakonda's portrayal, and for the heroine's portrayal. So you felt that, oh, I know this guy. I know why he's feeling these things. Same thing with Bhanumati and Ramakrishna. you know, you connect with it. Like while I was doing it, I could connect like that. There's so many girls and boys are like, you know, we connect with both the characters because we don't feel you are portraying, we feel it's me in your shoes, you know. So I will come back to Arjun Reddy, yeah, because for me, when I see of course there are a lot of films which are commercial films, but I I'm also not a very big movie watcher. Considering in the field, I'm probably lot of people know this. It might not come across correct, but I don't watch a lot of content. But I like to be organic. I don't like to get influenced, so I kind of try to be organic. But I like to watch beautiful stories. So Arjun Reddy was piece of craft for me, and I had gone with Naveen only.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we were shooting, so he had told me, "Come, I'll take you for a film," and I was like, "No, Naveen, मुझे ये commercial, you know, I'm really concentrating," and I was really like, because Bhanumati is a very serious role, you know, so I was like really like, no, I used to like not talk to anybody, and they're like, no, I'll give you a nice break, come and you'll be really like happy watching the movie. And I told Naveen, I remember telling Naveen, I said, you know what really stood out for me in this film was the time that they've given and the real portrayal of emotion, which you see very rarely in cinema. Even his lows, you know, they've not tried to gloss anything. Same thing like Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, when we kept it intentional. That was one of my main reasons for doing Bhanumati and Ramakrishna. Also, I asked Shrikant that, you know, we are dealing with a very serious subject. You know, it's of course we are taking it in a very light-hearted way, but it's very sensitive to certain, you know, to girls. How real are we going to make it? He's like, we are going to make it very realistic, and you know, he gave me a lot of freedom as an artist. He gave me a lot of freedom as an actor, which was very nice. You know, like how would you want to do it? How do you want to portray it? And even if you see the movie in Bhanumati and Ramakrishna, there are most of the film is non-glossy. So I'm my natural self. If what I'm feeling or how I sleep and get up, it is like that only. You know, we've not put any makeup or we've not done all those things, and we've also kind of just let the emotions talk.
So ఏమైనా ఇంకా ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కమిట్ అయ్యారా తెలుగులో?
Yes, it's been really great, and really I'm so thankful that I've got like the day the movie released and the next day I think the whole team, not only just me, we've got like a lot of offers that are coming our way, and Bhanumati I'm really happy that it has stood out for people. And now, yes, I'm in talks with people, and I think hopefully we will, as a team, we will announce it. Let it come from the production house, and we will make an announcement soon.
సో సూన్ అయితే ఇంకా
Yes.
చాలా మంచి తెలుగు సినిమాలో
Yes.
సరోని గారిని చూడబోతున్నాం.
Yes, definitely, because of all the love that I've received, and also I like Telugu a lot as a language. You know, and
ఎన్ని క్లాసెస్ కూడా
I'm learning.
నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను.
Classes. I'm learning how to read and write also. I was like, I don't only want to learn how to. I love the way it's written. So I'm properly going through training to read and write, so that I can, you know, even you know, contribute to the language in some way.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Saloni garu, for your time, and we wish you all the very best for your future endeavors.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.